With the updates to Druid, it seems like a pretty decent option for support playstyle. So here is a full ranked match as the support Druid. I'm using the quick draw trait, which can be really fun and you can do some cool combos with it. Essentially, whenever you go into CA or weapon swap on like a 9-second internal cooldown, your next skill will be recharged 66% faster. So you can do some really cool things with your really powerful abilities. Now, my teammate is taking a lot of damage here, so I put down my staff 5 and use the staff 3 into it because that is a water field, and blasting it with the staff 3 will give an extra bit of healing. So on top of the staff 3, it's going to give a little bit more. So it's like a 4 to 5k heal. My ally goes down and I use the CA Glyph of the Stars, which pulses revive while I revive, and we get them back up. Now I'm a little bit pressured because I use a lot of my health as a resource to get that res. So I swap to my greatsword. I use the quick drawed greatsword 4, and now it's on cooldown for another like 7 seconds, so I have to kite out, but it's back up. So as you can see, the quick draw really helps you to survive as well as support your allies. Now I'm going back to help my team. I had to basically run away because I was way too pressured, but now I use the quick draw and my staff 3, and that's a really cool combo there. So essentially when you have the staff trait, you have quick draw on the staff 3, and you swap pet right as your staff 3 is about to end, because if you heal an ally with your staff 3, it's reduced in recharge by 5 seconds, but when you're running away from your allies, you can't get that heal so easily. So what you do is you swap pet so that you heal your pet. And essentially what that does is it gives you your staff 3 back instantly, so you can use it twice. So if you use the greatsword 3, do the staff 3 with the pet swap trick, and then you can use another staff 3 with your staff 5, and that can give you a lot of survivability. Now we're going for the res here again on our ally and just spamming a ton of CC while going for it. And that's kind of like the power of the Druid, is it's not insane survivability or support for its team, but it does have a lot of CC, and it's got some like stealth capabilities with the smoke scale and whenever you leave CA. Now my ally goes down again. I put down my heal trap just in case I take some pressure here, but it doesn't trigger, and we're just going to keep rezzing. They're spamming projectiles, and I use my Glyph of Equality to interrupt the jump shot from the Mechanist there. And now we're just going to try to help our allies here and get those kills with them. You can also use your staff auto attack on them, which will heal them like maybe 200-ish, but it's not the best. Yeah, you really want to be using those combos to get the bigger heals on them. So now they're starting to focus me because they're realizing that I'm pretty much supporting in these team fights. And we have to rally off of the down Mechanist here. So I'm trying to put as much damage as possible. Should probably use my Jacaranda pet here as well to use the Chain Lightning, which will do a lot. Now I put down the water field there and I leap through it with my Greatsword 3 because they're focusing me again. And I've got my Celestial Avatar up. I use the 3 and the 5, and that has a lot of presence to get the kill on the warrior here. So we're doing pretty good. We're healed up, and I'm gonna chase to help my ally get the kill here. So looks like they are pretty much fine. They've got the kill at home, and yeah, they're just gonna chase here. I don't have the best kill potential, but I do have Immobilize on my staff 4. I can daze, and I can go for the Greatsword 5, which is a stun, and yeah, we get that kill. So now we're gonna head into middle, regroup with our team, and see what we can do from here, because we've got a 2 cap. Now we don't want to overextend, but we do want to prevent our allies from dying if they do overextend. And my ranger has gone too far, so we're going to try and help them out. So I'm not sure what kind of build they're playing, but yeah, usually core rangers are pretty decent at 1v1ing, so I don't want to stay here too long because then I'm just 2v1ing with a duelist. I should be letting them do their job, but since they have respawns, it's maybe not the worst idea to come here and try to help them out. So yeah, we get that kill, and I'm going to leave them to do their job, but you can see I have a lot of mobility here, but I see that my ranger is losing a lot of health, so I actually go back to help them. So I gotta get I could get some swiftness here by using Protect Me early, but I wanted to save the cooldown potentially if I need it later. So we're gonna use the Staff 5 here, and then we're gonna blast it to give some healing to our ally, go into the CA, and one thing that's really cool is actually the seed in CA, the 2 skill, is now instant cast. So it's a lot easier to combo it with your CA3 because you can just use the 3 and then just put the 2 right under it to get an extra Condi cleanse before. Unless you don't want to use your quick draw on the seed, because the seed would then get the quick draw proc. So yeah, you can see there's a lot of CC that I can do with the pet as well. So the smoke scale can actually taunt. So what you can do is put the smoke scale on the target, and if you just spam the F1, it'll do its like smoke attack into the knockdown, and then you can F2, which will trigger the beastly taunt trait in Beast Mastery, and that will do a taunt. So that's a lot of CC. Now here, I swap to my Jacaranda and I spam the F1, and that puts down the Chain Lightning, which is going to help cleave that down body out while I CC them with my staff. Whenever you swap the staff, you're going to daze. And of course, the Celestial Avatar 3 is a really powerful daze. So my allies, I'm going to support them here. I do have an Intel Sigil on my Greatsword, so I can do a little bit of damage with the mauls, but yeah, they're generally not impressive. It's like a 2k maul with the Avatar Amulet, but we're mostly a support anyways. So CC and healing is what you want to focus on. Now, you can see the CA3 there, it interrupted the Reaper's Shroud abilities, so you can do quite a bit of peeling for your allies with the Druid support. So we're going to head into mid now and see what we can do around the map. We've got home and we've got far, so generally we don't need to be at mid here. This is maybe not the best idea. So yeah, maybe I'll head into home. Yeah, it looks like we've already got one here, so I should head into home, and I'm gonna do exactly that. I'm a little bit hesitant. I think that was a bug there where my ground target ability did not go as far as my mouse was. So my ally's gonna go down here, and they've actually got the sword buff, so I'm not gonna be able to get the revive there, but my Spellbreaker is really low. I go a little bit slow and I didn't support them enough. I go for the search and rescue, and I tried to give the stealth with my when I leave Celestial Avatar to prevent the sword buff from stomping them, but it was a little bit slow and they got stomped. So they actually both go down before I'm able to support them, and I die because I am alone against their 2 DPS classes. So we're gonna respawn and probably regroup with our team. It was kind of unfortunate that I had that bug on my staff 3, or I probably would have made it there in time, but yeah. Anyways, we're gonna head into the, yeah, it looks like we're gonna help our Spellbreaker at mid maybe, and see if we can prevent them from getting ganked here by like 2 players. Yep. So I can go for the decap before helping them because they're not that pressured. I'm going to put down my staff 5, which is going to block projectiles, and then I'll go over and help the Spellbreaker over here, give them some healing. My healing spring gives a water field, which I can blast with my staff 3 or my CA3. And yeah, we were just going to try to CC them. So I go in Celestial Avatar, that dazes because it counts as swapping weapons. So if you're in staff and you swap to your CA, that counts as swapping to your staff, even though you're already in staff. So you can do a CC there, and then you can do the CA3, and then you can do the CA5, and that's just a lot of CC. Now, we are outnumbered here, so I'm going to try to put down my Glyph of the Stars to give as much healing as possible. I use my Search and Rescue behind the pillar so I can get a res and Glyph of Equality to CC them, but I'm not able to get the res. Pretty close, but yeah, there's just too many of them here. So I'm going to keep CCing and try to get out. I swap to my staff and use the 3 skill. I didn't use the pet swap soon enough, so I didn't get the recharge on it, but it's fine. We're going to be able to survive and get out of combat here and help our teammates at the other side of the map. They are pressuring me pretty hard, so I need to really, just get out of here. I'm going to go into CA. The Deadeye is on me as well. I need to leave CA so that I get stealth. And then I'm going to, yeah, just get out of there. I'm going to use my staff 5 into staff 3. And then I'm going to kite on terrain here. And the Vindicator is still chasing me. So I'm just going to stay up here for a while. And I could potentially save my teammates here, but I am so pressured that I can't really afford to do that. So I'm going to try to just keep myself alive while doing a little bit of CC to the enemies. But yeah, my ally goes down and I'm not able to go for the revive soon enough. And it does look like, yeah, I'm going to get focused pretty hard here. I do have my Greatsword 4 again, though. It's a pretty low cooldown because of the skirmishing trait and the Beast Mastery trait, because I've got the Greatsword trait and I've got Quick Draw. So yeah, you've got a lot of blockage. And I'm going to use a lot of mobility here to get out. Kind of leave my ally to die there, but if they chase me, then they're not chasing my ally. So my ally kind of does get out as well. So we're not throwing this lead too badly. We're able to get the decap here, and it looks like our team is kind of pushing into home. I could go for the full cap here, but if I get caught in a 1v1, it's not going to be like, it's not going to be a good situation because I can't secure the kill. But their Vindicator is going to +1 me, so this is maybe not the worst because I can at least get an advantage around the map if I'm outnumbered. But I choose to go into home. I use the staff 3 with the pet swap thing to get another staff 3, and I'm going to use my CA abilities, and I can stomp with the instant cast seed because it'll blind. So you can get some pretty nice safe stomps with the instant cast Seed of Life, like I just did there. And you could also leave Celestial Avatar to get stealth. So yeah, there's a lot of utility on Druid, and it's pretty fun. So I think that, yeah, Druid is probably going to be a decent support now for like smaller scale fights and stuff like that. Maybe not the best for like huge like 5v5 team fights, but a lot of Conquest is about rotations, and Druid can definitely do that because it has a lot of mobility. But I'm going to die here because we are outnumbered, and that's pretty much going to be the match because we've got the other nodes. We're going to get to 500 points. So that's how you play the support Druid in PvP. If you want to see the build, then check out the link in the description. And if you would like to support me, then subscribe and like the video. And I will see you all next time.